day I wake up is another blessing. Thankful every second, getting God's protection. I lost connection in the desert, I had no reception. But in that time alone, I probably learned 1,000 lessons. I used my time for introspection and some self-reflection, and analyzed a couple ways to conquer my depression. Everything doesn't happen the way we plan it to, but if we harvest energy, then we can plan it too. So take a look in my eyes, that's where the story...
Alright, we here again with another Spawn Wave video reaction. Suicide Squad is getting crushed online. I did a Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League reaction video, and in that video I mentioned that, yeah, the people were saying they hated it, that there was going to be some monetization stuff, that is like you have to get gear and like an MMO or something like that. So I'm not really too caught up on all of it. So gonna watch a video by the guy Spawn Wave. I'm gonna have a link of the video in the description. Go give it a like and all that stuff. Let's see what's going on with Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
So it's been almost 24 hours since we had our initial reveal of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, with its gameplay, the release date, and all of the reactions and hot takes online, mine included there. And while I was looking around fairly disappointed at what we're getting from Rocksteady and kind of the direction they've taken this game in, I did want to reflect a bit about it and really go over kind of how they got to this point and why it sort of shows exactly what we've been discussing for a little while now when it comes to the development cycle, how long it takes to make a game, and how fluid just the overall gaming industry is. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the Spawn Wave Plus channel if you're new. So first of all, the reactions to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League have not been great online. I think the gameplay trailer and video that they showcase is getting downvote bombed.
Probably because
like
it looks nothing like the Arkham games.
Like YouTube, obviously they're getting a lot of replies on Twitter around certain things, and one in particular was a screenshot that was taken. It's been shared around all over the place. It's in the trailer, and I saw like Jeff Grubb even kind of make fun of it a bit, and that has to do with like the gear score and all these different things they're doing with the loadouts. And so this is for Captain Boomerang, who you'd expect to be.
So it's a full-on shooter. Yeah,
areas with
like I said in the reaction video, they try to make it Destiny.
Obviously, this thing is very, very gamified, is what you would call it, where there's all kinds of things with stats, numbers that go up all over the place. You even have skins, it looks like, that's painted on the sniper rifle. Yeah, it's not the most exciting thing necessarily to, I feel like, a majority of gamers, but who knows? Things have really shifted quite a bit when it comes to live service, games as a service, etc. Although Rocksteady has been doubling down on the idea of this not being games as a service, but it has every single trope of it being a game as a service. So who knows? But the thing that gets me is all the numbers: damage per hit, critical hit, capacity, right? Like, and then you have all these other things below it with ammo reserve capacity. You got percentages everywhere. It feels like you're back in statistics all over again. But you have your gear score that didn't go over well, and this is a menu that I think everyone actually was concerned about seeing after the battle pass got revealed. You also have up here,
there's a battle pass
talent tree, which, I mean, you'd expect that now because we're getting a lot of RPG elements being baked into basically every action game. It helps with progression and feeling like you're accomplishing and growing.
Why can't they just make a regular damn game?
Talent trees or any of that, but the battle pass, the store, and look, the game might be these live service titles, games service that require online connection, which this does. They tend to be broken a lot of times on release, right? Where the connection isn't working right, or matchmaking's off, or just these different things. That store works 100% every time, doesn't it? So this is unfortunate for me. For me specifically, because I feel like I am getting kind of fatigued around these titles in particular. But also because
you're not the only one, buddy.
There is that that pedestal that
like on some serious stuff. He's not there. Oh, look at that. Whoa.
they're held up on after what they accomplished with Arkham
Watch movies on that head. I mean, what? Don't cancel me. Leave me alone. What was I saying? Oh yeah, these live service games. Man, I was playing. At one point, I was playing Warzone, Fortnite, Destiny, Overwatch. I'm like, nah, son. I'm done with everything. I stopped playing everything. So I'm Fortnite. I'm gonna make a comeback too though, and think Destiny, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, cause it's Battle Pass, freaking VR games. I'm tired of all of that. Give me regular games. I'll be happy with regular games.
Asylum, City, and then Night. I mean, back then, Rocksteady...
It's too much to keep up with.
They weren't on the map like they are now, but they showed up with Arkham Asylum and really changed the game completely, the combat in particular, but also making this really good Batman game that turned into an eventual series that they had, and then they topped it with City, and I know Night isn't viewed as good as something like City.
It's probably why I got so tired of MMOs too. Because it's all of it is like a grind. Like you're grinding like 5 different games. No, I ain't trying to do all that.
But we still look back on it and go, wow, visually that was really, really impressive. We compare it to Gotham Knights with side-by-sides, and Arkham Knight
funny.
from 2015 holding its own. But that's the biggest thing to look back on is how long Rocksteady...
Arkham Knight was 2015?
I think that sort of reveals
That's
why they
crazy.
went in this direction. If you really think about it, let's just say this game took 6, maybe 7 years to make, and it sounds crazy, but game cycles development in particular is taking longer and longer to where it feels like a big quote-unquote AAA game is an entire console generation. And that's why you'd have multiple teams working at studios to get smaller projects out there, whether it's remasters, remakes, or just like AA level games. But in that case, if you are chasing a trend, there is a possibility that by the time your game is done, the gaming industry would have shifted or changed or altered in some way, as we've seen player feedback over time. So this game would have gone in development.
Like your game is not
a year after Arkham Knight, because there's still a lot of cleanup that had to be done.
Be better than Destiny.
Patches,
You're trying to make a Destiny.
Side of thing, all these
there's already a Destiny.
We'll just say conservatively, okay, it went into development. Even 2017, well, we could even give them benefit out. Okay, it's been a 6-year dev cycle on this.
Because there's a battle pass, which means there's going to be
Destiny
seasons,
2
right?
Came out.
Well, what are you going to do with the seasons?
Destiny 1 was already kind of working to build up Bungie, and then Destiny 2 comes out, and once again, games as a service, live service.
You're going to add characters
launch, but
that you got to pay for, probably.
Throughout this game's development,
maybe
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, and while there are other
add DLC, like I don't know,
to build
Destiny
on top of the battle pass structure, it's pretty clear that WB looked around and said, "Well, we want a Fortnite or a Destiny." And I mean, to be fair, Square and Marvel did the same thing with the Avengers, and that didn't work out too well. But here we are now with WB showing up their own version of the game, but it just. Everything about this feels old and generic, and that's kind of the best way I can look at it and describe it.
Old and generic.
The loadouts
doesn't look like
the gameplay. That
after 7 years, this is what's supposed to be the outcome.
Squad, like the characters in Suicide Squad are supposed to be very unique from one another. However, the gameplay that they showed looked very much the same, almost across the board.
Everyone's flying
there
around.
There were little differences here and there,
and
right?
just shooting stuff.
Of the character, some of their different moves outside of just shooting guns, but it feels like your typical game with a third-person shooter that's really, really fast, action-packed, but it's something we've seen multiple times. Now, I also want to give them the benefit of the doubt in saying, you know, we saw one part of this game, a 10-minute battle or something. There is a chance that the combat changes and evolves throughout the game. Maybe the boss battles are really, really interesting. There's twists and turns throughout the story, and it keeps you engaged. But from what they've shown, and it's very odd to show up with a a bad looking portion of the game or one that doesn't really convey the game itself well, I'm kind of concerned that this is legitimately it. This is what they've spent.
Oh, and I saw something that Captain Boomerang got Speed Force gloves. That's why he gets to speed around so fast and stuff. They gave him Speed Force gloves. Well, he probably stole them, but to be honest, but who let him get Speed Force gloves?
Time making, which
Amanda
is
Waller.
Their take on Destiny Light version of Suicide Squad. And after seeing what happened with Marvel's Avengers, if this doesn't necessarily take off out of the gate and continue to build momentum, maybe over the first year or two, it's potential it doesn't last very long. And if that is the case, it being an always online game or a game that requires an internet connection, yeah, it'll just kind of be lost to time, and that'll feel like a serious waste of Rocksteady's time then for the
facts, bro.
And probably the money that went into this game. So for WB and Rocksteady's sake, I hope this game does well, but it's, from what we've seen with games as a service and live service titles, it's very difficult, especially with the market becoming more and more saturated with these games. Ubisoft not having a great go of it right now overall, and we've heard more and more from Square Enix as they've had to just shut down games like Babylon's Fall in less than a year. And I don't know if
what's going on with gaming out here these days, bro. What's going on?
Considering Marvel's The Avengers
These
wasn't
companies
strong
need to wake up.
So we'll see. At the very least, I will
wake up.
I will. It's Rocksteady, Suicide Squad. Yeah, okay. We'll see how that goes. But I will at least go in with an open mind, try it out, and I'm sure give my opinion then on the game and the situation. But let me know what you guys think about this one down below. Do you believe development cycles are getting
I don't know if I'm going to try that out, and to be honest.
Is it something that they should consider as, okay, if we're going to take 6 years to make a game, maybe we should work to steer the conversation ourselves.
That doesn't look like it took that long to make the game.
Watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna try this one out, man. We'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe my boy Craig can help me out with that one. Alright. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. What y'all think? Leave it down in the comments. Let me know. Y'all getting it? Y'all not getting it? Y'all disappointed? I am kind of disappointed. I was expecting a new Arkham game, but, well, not an Arkham game, an Arkham type game, but in that universe, you know what I mean? Canon with the Arkham game. Is this canon with the Arkham games? Hope not. Oh well, that's it. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Deuce!
I'm hiding out, wilding out, cooling down, collecting thoughts till I find my route. And if they catch me, they'll be finding out what I'm about. Until then, I'm riding out. I'm hiding out, wilding out, cooling down, collecting thoughts till I find my route. And if they catch me, they'll be finding out what I'm about. Until then, I'm riding out, riding out. Check it out. I'm a desperado, I'm living it in real life. What's next to follow? I hit the bottle.